Alright, let's do Star 2023 Algebra 1 Part 16 by Professor Rafael Galvez Jr. 11-11-22, 344 to 353 questions. Find the distance between the 2 points. Wait. Okay, before we do this, if you need money right now for college, Mount Margie's open 24 hours. Great cross, great food, great work. Okay? But let's say you don't need it right now. So let's just say, nah, you don't need money. Let's just get this out of here. Hours and money, you don't need it. Alright, so let's do this. Find the distance between the 2 points, -6, -4, and -2, -1. There they are. So now, the distance formula is right here. This is the way I write it. x1, x2, y1, y2. Substitute the numbers in there for the x1, y1, x2, y2. See there? There they are. Now, once you put them in there, a negative of a negative is a positive. And a negative and a positive, it's going to be -6, it's going to be -4. Over here, it's going to be negative, it's going to be positive, so that's going to be a -3. So now -4 squared means -4 times -4. And the negative times the negative is going to give you a positive 16. Y'all see that? No? Okay, fine. Let's do this. Let's use a machine. Okay, you can use a graphing calculator if you want to, if you have one of these machines in there. So let's do that. Let's go on. Parentheses, -4, parentheses, -4. So -4 to -4, enter, is 16. Just what we got right here. And guess what? -3 to -3 is that going to be the same thing? Let's see. Second, enter. Let's change the numbers to a 3, -3, and a 3. Enter. It's a 9. See? And then you can add them together. Of course, you can use the machines always. So now, 16 to 9 is 25, square root of 25 is 5. That's it. The distance is 5 between here and here. Okay, sharks eat only in the day. Remember that when you go swimming out there in Mustang Island after you study for this Algebra 1, Part 16. Alright, next question. Find the midpoint of the line segment joining the 2 points. There they are. Midpoint formula, there it is. x1, x2 divided by 2. y1, y2 divided by 2. Put the numbers in there. So we have x1, x2, there they are. y1, y2, there they are. So take the braces off. So you have negative and negative, still going to be a -6. Divided by 2 is -3. And this is going to be a negative, still going to be a negative, -8 divided by 2. So it's going to be -3 and -4 is the midpoint right here. That's the midpoint between those 2 points. Alright. Next question. Holy cow, complicated. For the equation of a circle, find the center, radius, x, y intercepts, and graph it. Okay, we're going to complete the square. Okay, and we're going to add to both sides. You'll see in a second. So first thing I'm going to do is rewrite it. Put this +4 over here, -4. So rewrite it again. Put the x's in the x's. X squared, -4x. Y squared, and -4y. See right there? Now, we're going to add some magic to this. We're going to add 1/2 of -4, this number here, squared, add it to both this side. And we're going to add it to the other side. 1/2 of -4 squared. See, there they are right there. Add to the left, add to the right. Also, oh, it's a 4 again. That's fine. So we're going to get 1/2 of -4 squared added to this side, the blue, and add it to this side. See? Red and red, blue and blue, add to both sides. So now we add it to both sides. Guess what happens now? We're completing the square. That's what it means, to add to both sides that. So now, 1/2 of this is -2. -2 squared is -2. Remember that in calculator. And that's going to be 4. So that's going to be x squared minus 4x plus 4. And over here, same thing, -2 to -2 is 4, so we have 4 there. Over here, same thing, -2 is 4, -2 is 4. So we have -4, +4, 4, these are gone. 4 left over. So we have x squared minus 4x plus 4 plus y squared minus 4y plus 4. Factor this out. This is x minus 2, is that right? A negative times a negative is a +4, a -2x, and a -2x is -4. X times x is x squared, yes. And y times y is y squared, yes. Y is a -2, -2y. -2 times that, -2y, that's -4y. And -2 to -2 is a +4. Okay, so this becomes x minus 2 squared. And this becomes y minus 2 squared. So now, what are we going to do now? Alright. We have x minus 2 squared plus y minus 2 squared. Once you have it in this form here, I know that the center is the opposite of these numbers here. See the -2? Make it a +2. See the -2? Make it a +2. So the center is always going to be the 2, 2 right here. See it? 2, 2, right in the center. Also, you notice that the radius is square root of this number. The square root of 4 is 2. That means it's going to go 2 and 2 and 2 and 2. All these are going to be 2. So all the radius are going to be what? 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Also, y-intercept. Where's the y-intercept? At 0, you go up, 2 spaces right there. There's the y-intercept. And then the x-intercept is going to be what? 1, 2. That's it. Stop right there. Okay. Other points or references, if you want to, you can put another point right here. This point right here is going to be what? 2 and up 4, if you want to. And over here is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. It's going to be 4 and up 2 is another point. So I can make it a little bit easier to draw the graph. Okay? It's a circle like this, a little circle. With the center, radius, and then y-intercept, x-intercept. X-intercept, y-intercept. Example, I don't know, something scary. A lice egg in your hair, your head. Oof. Anyways, go to the next question. Part 1, graph g of x equals f absolute value of x. Okay, fine. And f of x is equal to g of x minus 3 minus 4. Then graph f of x and find the area of the region bounded by f and the x-axis that lies below the x-axis. All right, g of x is absolute value of x, but we don't want that. We want to find f of x, which is going to become g of x minus 3 minus 4. The x minus 3 right here is going to shift this thing over to the right 3 spaces, and it's going to shift it down 4 spaces, if you see that right. You'll see in a second. So now, f of x is going to be g of x minus 3, put x minus 3 here. There it is, absolute value x minus 3 minus 4. So now, let's try some numbers. Probably negative 1 in there. Negative 1 and this is going to be negative 4. Absolute value negative 4 is 4. 4 minus 4, 0. 0. 0 minus 3 is going to be 0 minus 3 is negative 3. Absolute value of 3 is 3. 3 minus 4 is negative 1. So we got some points. Get some more points. Let's see more points. Okay. Let's put f of 3. So 3 minus 3 is 0. Absolute value 0 is 0. 0 minus 4, negative 4. 7. 7 minus 3 is 4. Absolute value of 4 is 4. 4 minus 4, 0. Now we have some points. Negative 1, 0 right there. 0, negative 1 right there. 3 and negative 4 right there. And 7, 0 right there. So now, this is the graph of the absolute value. See, notice how you shifted this way and then went down. Okay? Shifted the opposite of that this way and then went down 4 spaces. Now, the area of this, see this yellow part right here? The area, that's what they're looking for. So how do you find that? All right. Area equals 1/2 base height, because this is a triangle. See it? So this would be the base, and this would be the height. So the base is, how many spaces here? 7, 8. So it's 8 spaces this way. Base is 8. The height, how far does it go this way? It's at 4 spaces. It goes 1, 2, 3, 4. So area equals 1/2 base height. 8 times 4 is 32. 32 over 2 is 16. So the area of this is a 16. Okay. Again, notice how it shifted this way. This is opposite of this. It went this way, and then it went down. Because the original one was here somewhere, but now it goes this way and this way. All right. Sharks say, food please. So whenever you're at Mustang Island, make sure you have some food for them, snacks for them. All right. Find the zeros of the quadratic function. F of x equals this by factoring. So let's rewrite this a little bit. F of x equals this, equals 0, set equals 0. So now we have x times this equals that. So x times x squared plus 10x plus 24 equals 0. Factor this out. 24 is all these possible numbers. I say 6 and 4 works. Let's see. I say x plus 6, x plus 4, x plus 6. Is that right? 4 times 6 is 24. 6x and 4x is 10x. Yes. Okay. And x squared. X plus 4 equals 0. Minus 4 minus 4. So x equals negative 4. X plus 6 equals 0. Minus 6 minus 6. So x equals what? Negative 6. So the zeros of the function are negative 4, negative 6. Remember, sharks eat raw meat. Sharks eat raw meat. Next one. Find the zeros of the quadratic function by the quadratic formula. So, different. Same thing. Set it up equal to 0. Multiply it out, just like we did before. X squared plus 10x plus 2. This time we can use a quadratic formula. So, 1, A, B, and C. So, there's a formula. I'm going to put the numbers in there. For letter B, we're going to put 10, 10. For letter A, we're going to put 1 and then 24. 10 squared means 10 times 10. It's 100. And then negative of 10 is negative 10. And negative 4 times 1 times 24 is negative 96. 100 minus 96 is 4. Square root of 4 is a 2. So we have divide by 2, divide by 2. So this divided by 2 is negative 5. This divided by 2 is 1. So negative 5 plus 1 is negative 4. Negative 5, negative 1 is negative 6. So the zeros of the function are negative 4 and negative 6. Okay, and sharks want you for lunch. How's that? Part 3. Find the zeros of the correct function by completing the square. Oh, the tough way, huh? That's fine. Same problem. Set it up. X squared plus 10x plus 24 equals 0. So now rewrite. Remember how we did this? We put the 24 over here, negative 24. And then we add to both sides 1/2 of the 10 squared to the left side and to the right side. Let me highlight that a little bit. This side and this side. Y'all see that? This side and this side. You add it to both sides. Now, as soon as you do that, it's going to complete the square. And what does that mean to you? Again, let me make sure that you understand that. You add half of this number to this side and to this side. And there it is right there. All right, so now we have 1/2 of 10 is 5. 5 times 5 is 25. Put it down. Same thing over here. 5 squared, 5 times 5, 25. So now this right here, there it is. But this one is going to be 1. This is x plus 5, x plus 5. That's right. 5 times 5 is 25. 5x and 5x is 10x. And x times x, x squared. So x plus 5 squared equals 1. Okay. We're not done yet. We need to solve this right here by taking the square root of both sides. Let's do it in the next step. Here we go. So x plus 5 squared equals 1. Take the square root of this side, square root of this side, plus or minus square root of this. It's going to be plus or minus 1. X plus 5 is 1, or x plus 5 is negative 1. So x plus 5 minus 5 minus 5, so x is negative 4. Or x plus 5 minus 5 minus 5, so x equals what? Negative 6. So zeros of the function are negative 4, negative 6 again. Okay? And sharks always eat them. So you see one, that's all the only one there, sir. Find the zeros of the correct function by the square root method. Okay. Set it equals 0 just like before. X minus 1 squared plus 16 equals 0. Bring the 16 over. Take the square root of both sides. Once you take the square root of both sides, this is just x minus 1 equals plus or minus 4. X minus 1 equals negative 4. Or x minus 1 equals positive 4. So now, add 1. So x is what? Negative 3. Or, over here, add 1. So x equals what? 5. So negative 3. 5. Negative 3 and 5. So zeros of the function are what? Negative 3 and 5 by the square root method. Find the zeros of the correct function by the quadratic formula. Okay, let's use the quadratic formula then. So A, B, and C. It's already in the right. Rewrite it. See right here, it was a 9 there. We wrote it this way. See from here, we wrote it in this form. The square, the x, and the 9. Rewrite it. Now, A, B, and C. Put the numbers in the formula, quadratic formula. There. So now we have 10 times 10, that's 100. Negative, that's going to be negative 10 plus 100. And this times this is 72. This is 28. What? The square root of 28. All right. Long time ago, prime numbers 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19, so on. Divide 2 divides 28, 14. 2 divides 14, 7. 7 divides 7, 1. So 28 is 2 times 7, or 28 is 4 times 7. I'm going to use this one right here. 4 times 7 for this right here. I'm going to substitute in. 4 times 7 is 28. Now let's go from there. Now we have square root of 4, square root of 7. Square root of 4 is 2. So we have negative 10 plus 2, square root of 7. Take the 2 out. Factor 2 out. 2 times this is that. 2 times 1 is 2. So now the 2 times 2 in the bottom, see right here in the denominator, this cancel out. Negative 5 plus or minus 1 square root of 7, or negative 5 plus or minus square root of 7 over 2, or the answers are x equals negative 5 plus square root of 7 over 2, or x equals negative 7, negative 5, negative 7, then square root of 7 over 2. Zeros of the function are negative 5 plus square root of 7 over 2, negative 5 minus square root of 7 over 2. There's the zeros. Find the zeros of the radical function. Alright, same thing. Set it equal to 0. There we go. Set it equal to 0. Bring this over to the other. Let's isolate this radical sign. And then bring this to the other side. This 7 and this negative x. So now we have this square root. This one squared and squared. This is gone. So you have this left over. X minus 7, x minus 7. So x times x, x squared minus 7x plus 49. So x squared minus 14x plus 49. Now let's bring this right here over to the other side. So you have 0 is x squared minus 14x plus 49 minus 3x plus 17, the opposites. So now once we get that, we have 0 equals x squared minus 17x plus 66. This right here, 66 is 66 times 1, 33 times 2, 11 times 6, 3 times 22. I say 11 and 6 might work. Let's try it. That's the setup. So negative times negative is a positive 66. Yes. A negative 6x and a negative 7x. Does that give you negative 17? Yes. And x times x is x squared. Yes. X times x is squared. Negative 6, negative 11, negative 17. And negative times negative is a positive 66. Yes. Sharks eat only after 9 a.m. Remember that. For that, you're safe. So now we have this. X minus 6 equals 0. X minus 11 equals 0. Let's solve these. So add 6 at 6, so x equals 6. And I'll show you why I put an x on that. X minus 11 plus 11, so x equals 6 or 11. Check the problem. Check, check, check in the original problem. So I put the 6 in here. The original problem right there. So 3 times 6 is 18. 18 minus 17 is 1. Square root of 1 is 1. 1 and 7 and 1 is 8. 8 minus 6 is 2. That's not a 0. Bad. That doesn't work. Extraneous solution. Over here, put the 11. 3 times 11 is 33. 33 minus 17 is 16. Square root of 16 is 4. 74 is 11 minus 11. 0 equals 0. Yes. That's it. That was a good answer. So 0 of the function is what? 11. Just 11. That's all. Only that one. Find the zeros correct function by factoring. That's fine. We can factor it out. No problem. I say, let's see. I say these are the ones that are going to work. Let's just see if it works. So 2x times 5x, is that 10x squared? Yes. And negative 3 times 4, is that negative 12? Yes. And this would be what? Negative 15. And this would be 8. So 8 minus 15, is that going to give you negative 7? Yes. Okay, so we ask, how do I get those numbers? All right, let me write this over here. The possible numbers are 10 times 1, 2 times 5, because of that. And the other one was 12 times 1, 6 times 2, 3 times 4. Right there. 12, 1, 6 and 2, 3 and 4. These are all the possible numbers we could have used, but we ended up using the what? This number's right here, and this number's right here. Okay? And that's what worked for this problem. That's why I got the possible numbers. Possible numbers work here. We ended up with 2x, and that is 10x squared. That one and that one is negative 12. And then this one was 8 minus 15 was negative 7. So then from there, 2x minus 3 equals 0. Add 3, 2x equals 3, divide by 2, x equals 3 over 2. Or same thing over here, 5x plus 4 equals 0. Minus 4 minus 4, divide. So we have 5x equals negative 4, divide by 5, so x equals what? Negative 4 over 5. Zeros of the function are 3 over 2 and negative 4 over 5. Okay. Or, can we use the quadratic formula? Of course. Use the quadratic formula. So we know A, B, and C. Put them in the formula. There they are. So now notice we have a negative of a negative is a positive, and negative 7 times negative 7 is 49. And then this is negative times positive times negative is going to be a positive number, 480. So 49 and 480 is going to be 529. Use your calculator, graphing calculator. Find the square root on this machine, okay? And that machine. So now we have square root of 529 is 23. So we have 7 plus 23, which is going to be 30 over 10, 30 over 20. But 10 times 3, 10 times 2 is the same thing as that. So this cancels out. So you have x equals 3 halves, or 3 over 2. And this is going to be negative 16 over 20. It's going to be 4 times negative 4, 4 times 5. So the 4's go away. So you have negative 4 over 5. So zeros of the function are 3 over 2 and negative 4 over 5. Find the zeros of the quadratic function by the quadratic formula. Okay, that's fine. We can do that. So again, I'll just put a 1. See this x squared here? I just put a 1 just to hold the place so I know that it's a 1. So we have A, B, C. Put them in the formula. Negative of that is negative 1. 1 squared means 1 times 1. So 1 plus 12 is 13. There's nothing I can do with that one. So negative 1 plus or minus square root of 13 over 2. So you have negative 1 plus square root of 13 over 2. Negative 1 minus square root of 13 over 2. That's it. So zeros of the function are -1 plus square root of 13 over 2 and -1 minus square root of 13 over 2. That's it. There they are. Okay. And sharks say, let's swim and play in the sea, and then we can get some snacks or something. All right, that sounds good, right? Whoa, that's the end of that part. After that, of course, get your surfboard out there. Go out there, have fun. Got lots of money. Go to Hawaii. Get your Hawaiian stuff on. Get your big surfboard. The 40-foot waves out there in North Shore somewhere. It'll be fun. Might break your board, but that's okay. You can get another board and more decals and stuff, you know. All right. And oh, Math Monster is not scary anymore. No way. It's not scary for us. We know how to do Algebra 1. Oh, these guys are still kind of scary though. Algebra 1 was real scary, but not that much. How about this, guys? Holy cow, more of these guys. Nah, they're not scary. How about this? 7 is right there. Let's see. How about this one? Oh gosh, giant crunchy one. That's kind of scary. Algebra 1 was more scary. What about this? Crunchy 2 and 3. Nah, they're not more scary. Anyway, good luck on your star. Algebra 1. This is Professor Alfredo Galvez saying good luck, good luck. Again, this is Professor Alfredo Galvez Jr. saying good luck, good luck, good luck in your Algebra 1 star or star Algebra 1. Anyway, good luck. This is Professor Alfredo Galvez. Bye.